Q&A with GNT, getting drunk with Pat. Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat to Have Music, and you know what? I'm sitting here with my favorite drink, gin and tonic. It's time for a Q&A with GNT, or a GNT with Q&A. I haven't quite decided. What do you think of the intro? It's a work in progress. It's getting there. In the background, we've got my housemate, Cassie, whipping up a storm. Nice. And today, I thought we'd discuss, do you have a favorite guitarist, a favorite musician? Anyone really, let's keep it music-based. Someone in the world there that you would love to meet, have talk to, have a jam, so get to play with, and maybe go out to dinner with. Is there 4 different people? Is there someone you just want to meet? Is there someone you just want to jam with? Someone you just want to go out to dinner with? Or is it one person that you'd like to do all of those things? Have you done any of those things with some of your favorite musicians? Have you been in opportunities where you've done like a meet and greet package, or you've just bumped into some of your favorite musicians? Maybe you've seen them after a show, maybe you had backstage passes, that sort of stuff. Tell me, is there some amazing musician or someone music related that you guys really want to see? Enough of my rambling. The first story that I want to tell you guys about was when I was 16, I was working over at a cafe, saved up all my pennies, and it was back in high school, and my favorite guitarist, Joe Satriani. So I really, really wanted to meet him, and he was doing, and he still does, like a meet and greet package. So you buy a concert to the ticket, then you pay a little bit extra money. I say a little bit, I think I remember it being quite a lot of money, but it was, you know, once in a lifetime sort of a thing, and you get to sort of talk to him, maybe you can sign some stuff, and you have a bit of a chat. It's really, really cool. And so I did that, and I was so nervous, I remember. I had something made for him, and it was a guitar pick, and it was made out of opal. And the guy that had made it for me had put it in like a jewelry case, so it looked, you know, really nice, and it looked presentable, like a ring, you know, some sort of box you'd see a ring in. And yeah, it was really funny. I remember I was really nervous, and I was like, hey Joe, I've got this thing to give you. And he's like, oh, okay. And then, you know, I pulled out this jewelry box, and he was like getting a little creeped out. He was like, oh, you're going to propose to me or something? And then I went to open, I couldn't even open it. I was so nervous. And I finally came open, and the pick just flew into the air, and Joe caught it midair, and he pulled it down, and he saw that it was this awesome pick made of opal, and it had his name engraved there. And he just thought, he said it was really cool, and he said no one had given him anything like that before. So that was really cool, and I got to have a little bit of a chat. I mean, back then, you know, the conversation was very, very small. But I remember one thing, you know, I said, you know, you inspired me to play, and is there any advice that I could get from you today? That was the first time I met him. And he said, yes. He said, don't do what I did. Don't spend 16 hours a day, you know, just locked in your room. Go out there, see the world, meet people, have experiences, do all the practice that you can, write all the songs you can, but make sure you have experiences to write songs about. So I thought that was really interesting coming from him, and that stayed with me to this day. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've had another really lucky opportunity of meeting Dream Theater. So that was awesome, and got to sort of have a quick word to all of them, and it was really, really cool. I just, John Petrucci, the guitarist from Dream Theater, has been a hero of mine for a very, very long time, and he's another reason why I still play guitar. And, you know, the manager, there was like 10 of us, as we were going to meet Dream Theater, there was the manager there, and he was like, now, someone yesterday got too excited shaking the keyboardist's hand, Jordan's hand, and sort of crushed his hand. So the whole show, he just felt like his hand was sore or swollen or something like that. So they said, no handshaking, no hugging, nothing like that. And, you know, I was like, I just really wanted to shake John Petrucci's hand. You know, I just wanted to thank him for constantly inspiring me. And anyway, so I got to meet everyone. And 2 awesome stories from this. I got to meet John Petrucci, and I said to him, you know, look, definitely the biggest reason why I play guitar, and thank you so much for constantly inspiring me and all that sort of stuff. And I said, look, I just really wanted to shake your hand. I know I'm not allowed to. And he's like, yeah, of course, man. And he like, not only did he shake my hand, but then he pulled me in and gave me a hug. And I thought that was really cool. And that was awesome. And then I was like, just in this daze, I was overwhelmed because he's such like a beast of a man. And then I saw Mark Portnoy, the drummer at the time of Dream Theater, and he was drinking this blue stuff and being this, you know, again, I was like 18, so being like a diehard Dream Theater fan, I knew exactly what it was. It was blue Gatorade that we don't actually have in Australia. And I said to him, I said, oh, wow, is that blue Gatorade? And he's like, yeah, how did you know? And I'm like, you know, I'm a nerd. I did my research. And he's like, oh, do you like it? I said, well, we're not actually allowed to have it in Australia. I think there's too much sugar or something like that. And he's like, okay, well, you go. And then he just gave me the rest of his drink. And I thought that was really cool too. So I thought these are some guys that are like world level musicians, travel the world, meeting, you know, greet hundreds of thousands of people over the years. But it's still cool that they have time for every single fan. So I thought that was really cool. Is there someone that you've met, you've had an experience like that? Is there someone you want to meet and have an experience, like go out and have a meal or actually play with? Again, this was just people that I've talked to. I'd love to actually play with Satriani one day. Can't imagine that happening, but if it did, it'd be pretty good. But what's some experiences that you guys have had, and who would you guys like to meet? Let me know. Leave the comments below, guys. I'll see you again. Bye.